Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Got a massive update, and this is huge, for the John Wick prequel series, The Continental. Yes, that's right, you read from the title. Mel Gibson is set to star. Who'd have thought that? This is mental. That's a massive surprise for Mel Gibson. He doesn't do TV. It's something he's never really done. Obviously, he makes some exceptions and things like that. But I really like Mel Gibson. And to see him in something like this, I think could be, I think there's definitely a reason why he signed on to this. And admittedly, he fell out of favour with Hollywood because, of course, some things were said and he sort of... He was an interesting man at one point, still is, I'm sure. But he's a great actor. Unmistakably a great actor. And it's good to see him making a resurgence and coming back to stuff. So let's dive into the article. Before we do, ladies and gents, please do hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And please do turn the bell notifications on. For returning subscribers, if you want to see my second channel, that's right, I've got a second channel, it's in the description box. Check it out. But let's dive into today's article. So here we go. Here we have it. This is an exclusive to Deadline, hence why I'm showing you the article. It makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of sort of well-rounded information in here. Like I wasn't even aware that it was going to be produced by Stars. Well, 4 Stars by Lionsgate TV. I didn't realise it was airing on Stars, which I don't know whether we have Stars here in the UK. I think maybe it'll just end up on Sky in the UK. But here we go, right? Exclusive. Mel Gibson has been set to star in The Continental, the prequel to the Keanu Reeves film series John Wick. The Continental will be presented as a 3-night special event TV series. So it's just a mini-series, isn't it, really? So definitely a reason why he signed on, which indicates to me that this is going to be really, really quite special. And he's going to have a lot to do in this. Like, a lot to do. Again, I could be wrong, but I think that there's going to be a lot for him to do. He wouldn't sign on otherwise. They say he signed on to star. We don't know whether he's the lead. We don't know. But I'd imagine he'll probably... Like, if it's about The Continental, it could be that he's an incoming assassin. You know? Someone, a hitman. The Continental will explore the origin behind the Hotel for Assassins, which increasingly has become the centerpiece of the John Wick universe. It's a great centerpiece. It just works nicely. It's a good point of view location where you can change characters, you can middle around a lot. It's good common ground which the universe can spin on. It's a good, it's a good centerpiece stone basically. Anyway, this will be accomplished through the eyes and actions of a young Winston Scott who is dragged into the hellscape of a 1975 New York City to face a past he thought he'd left behind. Winston charts a deadly course through the New York's mysterious underworld in a harrowing attempt to seize the iconic hotel, which serves as the meeting point for the world's most dangerous criminals. No word yet on who will play Winston Scott, which is played by Ian McShane. It's not going to be Mel Gibson. Of course it's not. But Gibson will play a character named Cormac, apparently. Which I just think he's going to be an assassin, isn't he? Or he's going to be someone working alongside Winston. And that's all I can think of. He's going to be someone working alongside the young Ian McShane character. Helping him, working with him. Navigating through the underworld, That's what it says to me anyway. Interesting that it's set in 1975. I wonder what the importance and relevance is of that year specifically for this. I don't know if there is. To me, it doesn't say that there's anything specific there, but obviously they've chosen 1975. Might be for the sort of tone that they can set and the visual element, which could be quite interesting. And I tell you what, actually, that would be quite interesting. Mid-70s in New York, you can have a lot of fun with that, especially as from a cinematography perspective, on the sort of bright lights and colourful costumes and things like that. I think it's a good way to differentiate it nicely and quite dramatically from John Wick. So I think they're onto a winner there. So the article states, like I said, in a rare foray into television for Gibson, but not really, because it's a 3-episode, it's a mini-series. It's going to be like 3 hours long. It's a movie. They're probably going to shoot it like a movie. Yes, it's episodic, but it's literally 3-night special event. So it's a mini-series, isn't it? It's just a 3-hour movie. I'd imagine they'll be hour-longs. So, yeah. But it is still a rare foray into TV. Who, for Gibson anyway, who made his acting debut on the Australian TV drama The Sullivans. And during that run, he obviously made his Australian screen breakthrough as Mad Max and Peter Weir's Gallipoli. And then the year of living dangerously en route to becoming a star in Hollywood with the Lethal Weapon films and Best Picture winner Braveheart, which he directed. He's great, but Jesus, has he fallen out of favour with Hollywood? Or, yeah. But it's good to see it make a comeback, because as an actor, you know, screw his sort of, you know, I don't know, the weirdness that came out of him. No, I mean, personally, I don't really care. But all that to one side, he's a great actor. And the most recent film I saw him in was Boss Level. And he was actually really good in that as well. He just chews up the screen when he's on. He's really good. Anyway, so the John Wick trilogy has grossed almost 600 million worldwide. That surprises me. I thought it had done a lot more than that, actually. The films have been scripted by Derek Kolstad and directed by Chad Stahelski. And John Wick Chapter 4 is currently shooting in Germany, France and Japan, with Reeves reprising his assassin character. Executive producers Greg Coolidge and Kirk Ward are writing the event series. So that's the negative part here, is that it's not being written by the individuals who have written the John Wick films, right? But it is being handled by the executive producers, who I think have worked on those films. Or potentially not, actually, looking at this, sorry. But then Thunder Road Pictures, as well as Stahelski, Kolstad, etc., they're also executive producers on this. So they will have quite a big say. Quite a big say in how this is creatively put together. But it's interesting. It is interesting. Lionsgate TV, Kevin Beggs illuminated the rationale behind the prequel to Nelly Andreeva, which this was in April. I never covered this, but he said, it's such a successful franchise, it's on its way to its 4th and 5th installments as a movie. It's got such a great mythology and such interesting style, and the gun-fu approach of these incredibly poetic stunt aesthetics is just out of this world, which is why the movie with Keanu Reeves, who is so amazing in everything he does, but particularly compelling as John Wick in our mind, it just cries out to be something in TV. Just like the Marvel Universe and the DC Universe, from a TV perspective, are incredible opportunities, and that is our superhero franchise in the family. So they're comparing it directly to DC and Marvel, which in some regards, it does make sense. It's an original IP. Why can't they mine it? We always bang on about new things. I think this is fine. And then the original synopsis, I guess, is, the statement here anyway. What we're exploring in the Continental is the young Winston and how it came to be that he and his team of Confederates found their way into this hotel, which we have met for the first time in the movie franchise 40 years later. That's the arena. I won't give away more than that, but Stars really leaned into this take also, and they have been great collaborators, and how we've approached this first season is as 3 essentially 90-minute events, which you could construe as a limited series or a limited event series. Wow. No fucking wonder Mel Gibson has signed on. 4.5 hours. Wow. That's great. That's great. Love that. And then it does say first season, so if it's popular, they'll return. What do you guys think? Mel Gibson? Love him. Great. All for this. Let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, like I said, do hit subscribe. Turn the bell notifications on. Thanks so much. Take care.